10 things you will never see again in WWE. WWE is not the same as it used to be. Sure, newer stars like AJ Styles and Seth Rollins provide great entertainment, but old school fans may find that there's something different from the WWE programming they grew up with. After the PG rating was implemented in 2008, the WWE changed forever, and there are 10 things that you will never see again. Descending from the rafters. One of the most memorable WWE entrances was Shawn Michaels' WrestleMania 12 entrance. He descended from the rafters on a zipline and instantly became a permanent part of the WrestleMania highlight reel. A few years later, Owen Hart's terrible accident has banned it from ever appearing again. In 1999, Hart's cables failed him and he plummeted to his death from the top of the arena. The tragic incident changed Vince McMahon's views on these stunts, and he's decided to keep entrances more grounded. Real hardcore matches. The PG era has brought in a lot of changes to the hardcore environment in the WWE. Hardcore matches of the past used to be bloody affairs filled with everything from tacks to flaming tables. Now, weapon use is limited, with no chair shots allowed to the head and the elimination of blood altogether. Don't expect to see the Hardcore Championship or any brutal brawls return to the WWE. The pile driver. One of the more impactful moves used in the WWE was the pile driver. After getting lifted straight up in the air, superstar skulls would crash down headfirst straight into the mat. Effectively used by wrestlers like Jerry the King Lawler and Bret Hart, the move later caused too many injuries to stars like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Today you will only see the modified tombstone version of the move, performed by The Undertaker and Kane. Overly long championship reigns. Today's wrestling culture has changed from weekly or monthly shows to daily content featured on TV, the internet, and through the 24/7 streaming of the WWE Network. This is why it makes it nearly impossible for superstars to have any title reigns that last for more than a year. Back in the heyday of wrestling, stars like Bruno Sammartino would hold the title for over 2,000 days. Today, it's lucky if a superstar can keep the strap on for more than 200. The Austin-McMahon rivalry. The Austin-McMahon rivalry is a monumental part of WWE. It can never be duplicated or imitated and will likely never be seen again. New bosses and GMs like Daniel Bryan and Mick Foley can have confrontations with superstars, but nothing can effectively recreate the magic that was born with Austin and McMahon. Storylines with the Authority always end up falling flat and do not have the same impact as they did back in the late 90s. Overly sexual content. The PG rating has effectively prevented the Attitude Era from ever coming back. This means you will not see The Godfather parading his hose, ladies wrestling in bra and panties matches, or stereotype insults like the tag team of Billy and Chuck. Times have changed, and along with the PG rating, WWE must be sensitive to all types of cultures. Current programming still tries to push the limits, but it will never be so overly sexualized like it once was. A real WWE screwjob. People still talk passionately about the Montreal Screwjob like it happened yesterday. Vince McMahon changed the wrestling world when he forced the Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart WWE Championship match to end. He screwed up the end of Hart's WWE career and caused an uproar with the fans. Apparently, Vince has learned his lesson from that crazy incident. Today, a lot of that drama is kept backstage as WWE keeps tight control over their superstars and any real-life problems that occur. Female abuse. Male-on-female violence seemed like a norm in WWE programming during the Attitude Era. The Dudley Boys would smash divas through tables, and Steve Austin had no problem delivering a stunner to Stephanie McMahon. While Stephanie still gets her slaps in on the WWE roster, blatant male-on-female violence has been removed from WWE programming. Don't ever expect to see Vince take on his daughter in a violent I Quit match again. Superstar storyline deaths. Death is something that will never be taken lightly in the WWE again. In one of the worst coincidences ever, Vince McMahon's fictional death aired just days before the tragic double murder and suicide caused by Chris Benoit. This real-life incident put WWE in the media spotlight and has removed any chance of seeing any risque stories like that on screen again. The closest thing that you'll get is some type of casket or buried alive match. Guns in the WWE. Every time that the WWE featured guns on programming, it has led to some type of controversy. There was the Brian Pillman incident and the Stone Cold hostage situation with Vince McMahon. The PG rating and a national focus on gun violence has diminished the use of firearms in WWE. The only time you'll see a current WWE superstar wielding a loaded weapon is on one of their WWE Studios movies like The Marine 2, or The Marine 48, yes, The Miz is still here.